It's College Football Now by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here. Thanks for joining us. On today's show, we are going to give you our Heisman Trophy power rankings heading into the 2023 season. What players are most likely to be holding up the Heisman Memorial Trophy when the season ends? Let's get after it. Beginning at number 10, Oklahoma quarterback Dillon Gabriel. I know the Sooners weren't great last year, winning just 6 games. It was a down year for OU. But Dillon Gabriel, in the 12 games that he played, actually was pretty solid. Completion percentage near 63%. Passing yards close to 3,200. 25 touchdowns and 6 picks. Dillon Gabriel, another year in the offense there at Oklahoma. I think you're going to see him take a significant step up, and we'll be talking about Dillon Gabriel as one of the best quarterbacks in the country when it's all said and done. Can the other stuff around him come together where Dillon Gabriel can be mentioned? That remains to be seen. The schedule also plays out pretty well for Oklahoma, pretty favorably there. You should see the Sooners improve this season. Number 9, the team that beat Oklahoma in the Cheez-It Bowl last year, Florida State. We find their quarterback, Jordan Travis. A lot of hype and excitement about Jordan Travis as well as his pro potential as well. Jordan Travis last year had a very good season, 24 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 3,200 yards, and a 64% completion percentage. It was the best season that Florida State had in a very long time, and Travis was a big reason why. Can Travis take that next step, though? He already looks like one of the best quarterbacks in the ACC, but can he put up the numbers to be a Heisman contender? And can Florida State take that next step to be a championship caliber team? That remains to be seen, but don't sleep on Jordan Travis of contending for that Heisman Trophy. Who will win the Heisman this year? Later on, I'm going to give you my pick, who I think is going to ultimately come away with the Heisman Trophy, but I want to hear from you guys first. Weigh in, our pinned comment today. Tell us who you think is going to win the Heisman Memorial Trophy when it's all said and done. Weigh in the comment section and let me know. This guy has the second best odds to win the Heisman Trophy, according to most sports books. That is Jayden Daniels, the quarterback out of LSU. Daniels began his career at Arizona State, transitioned to LSU, and had a very strong finish to last season, helping lead the Tigers to the SEC championship game in head coach Brian Kelly's first year. And you look at the year-to-year improvement. His touchdowns went from 10 to 17. His interceptions went down from 10 to 3. Completion percentage was really solid, near a nice 69%. His QBR did go down. Watch out. If Jayden Daniels has LSU in contention, you can guarantee that it would be because of him having a very good year. Jayden Daniels is going to be a force to be reckoned with this upcoming season. Number 7 is Texas quarterback Quinn Ewers. And with Quinn Ewers, I think this is a conversation that we'll be having with Quinn Ewers a lot, is the upside. It's the potential, right? Quinn Ewers was one of the highest rated quarterbacks ever coming out of high school. We know that the talent is there, but keep in mind, he started college football what was supposed to be his senior year of high school. So with that in mind, last year, his freshman redshirt year was like his real freshman year of some sorts. And it wasn't bad. 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Completion percentage around 58%. That not so great. But Quinn Ewers, you talk about the arm talent. You talk about the athleticism. It's all there. The receivers are fantastic as well with Xavier Worthy and company. I know they're wondering about the running back position of who's going to step up and replace Bijan Robinson. In Quinn Ewers' quest to win the Heisman, that actually might help him because they're not going to run the football as much. They're going to ask more out of Quinn Ewers. I think Quinn Ewers takes a big step up, and he'll be a Heisman contender there. Number 6 on the list, that's where we find Michael Penix Jr. out of Washington. There was speculation about Penix if he was going to declare for the NFL draft. Ultimately comes back to Washington and has tremendous upside. He's coming off a year where maybe you didn't notice him on the West Coast with a lot of those late-night games, but he was fantastic. 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, over 4,600 yards. He was great and took a huge step in the right direction from the year prior when he was at Indiana, with just 4 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Washington, a sneaky good team, got a shot to make the playoff. We know about their future going to the Big Ten and all that, but for right now, all eyes are on this season. Washington, don't sleep on Penix as a Heisman threat, and for Washington as a playoff team potentially. Penix is going to be very good. Number 5 on this list, he is my second favorite quarterback for next year's draft, only behind Caleb Williams. And he would be higher on my list if he didn't play for North Carolina. That is Drake Maye. Drake Maye is fantastic, an incredible bright future. I think he's going to be a top 5 pick in next April's draft. 38 touchdowns, 7 picks last year, over 4,300 yards, 66% completion percentage. Drake Maye is fantastic. The reason why we don't have him much higher on this list is there's not a whole lot of expectation for North Carolina to be a contending team. Drake Maye is good, but the talent around him, comparably speaking to other teams, is not that great. I don't know if the wins are going to help supplement his case to be a Heisman threat, but the numbers, they're going to be there. Drake Maye's got a bright future. He's going to be, I think, a very good NFL quarterback. Who will be the best quarterback in college football this season? Is it a Caleb Williams? Is it a Drake Maye? Is it Michael Penix Jr.? Is it Dillon Gabriel? Who is going to be the best quarterback in college football this season? Tell us who you think it is. Weigh in the comment section and let us know. You want more college football content? Then go ahead and subscribe today. What we've been telling our audience the last week or so is throwing some challenges out there. Here's my challenge today. If we get 35 subscribers off today's video, then we're going to do at least a couple of college football videos next week. Probably more. But there it is. We get 35 more subs, then you're set for more college football content next week. We're ramping things up a bit. We want you to be a part of the ride. Join the journey here on College Football Now by Chat Sports. For the latest happenings in college football, from conference realignment, recruiting, transfer portal, and more, this is the channel for you. Subscribe now for free today. You'll be glad you did. Number 4 on this list. He might be the most talented player overall, but his position does not help his cause. It's very rare we talk about wide receivers and the Heisman Trophy. Devonta Smith won it a couple years ago, but he was kind of the exception. Marvin Harrison Jr. He's going to be a top 5 pick in next April's draft. Harrison Jr. Does everything well. Great route runner, got good hands, good speed. He is going to be fantastic this year. And you're looking at a season last year where he did everything right. Over 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns, 77 catches. Marvin Harrison Jr. was fantastic last year. He is going to be great. And I like everything I've seen from Marvin Harrison Jr., but being a wide receiver, it's just tough when you're competing with quarterbacks to win that Heisman Trophy. Number 3 on our list is Blake Corum. Had Blake Corum not been hurt, he probably wins the Heisman Trophy last year. Unfortunate luck for Blake Corum that things went the way it did, missing the end of last season. But up until that point, Blake Corum was arguably the best player in college football. Over 1,400 yards, 18 touchdowns, nearly 6 yards carry. He put that team on his back. He was outstanding all season last year. And I think Corum coming back is going to be a difference maker for this Michigan team once again. And of non-quarterbacks, he's got the best chance. Number 2 on our list. Now, this one might surprise some folks, but hear me out on this. Cade Klubnik, quarterback from Clemson. You're going to look at the numbers and you're going to be like, the hell? How did he end up here? 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 61% completion percentage, nearly 700 yards. But you go back, look what he did in that ACC championship game. And saving Clemson's ass the way he did. And this is a guy that's got all the things you're looking for. He's a young quarterback. Clemson's going to be the favorites in the ACC. The wins are going to be there. Klubnik is the best quarterback prospect they've had there at Clemson since Trevor Lawrence. I think Klubnik, sure the numbers weren't quite there, but that doesn't tell the full story. You are going to be impressed with what you see out of Cade Klubnik. Last on the list, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the one and only Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is the most talented quarterback prospect I think we've seen since Andrew Luck. And Caleb Williams does everything right. incredible arm strength, the way he throws on the run, the way that he can run downfield, the mobility he shows, the accuracy, it's all there. Goes with Lincoln Riley to USC. They get to the Pac-12 championship game, play in the Cotton Bowl, 42 touchdowns, 5 picks, 4,500 yards. He was fantastic. Caleb Williams was great last year, and he was great his freshman year at Oklahoma, coming in there for Spencer Rattler, taking over the starter, leading that comeback charge against Texas. And the thing about Caleb Williams, besides just the intangibles, all that we mentioned, you have to mention he's got that it factor, right? He can put the team on his back and carry them to victory, and that's what you look for. You want a Heisman moment. Caleb Williams is going to deliver Heisman moments this year for the USC Trojans, and I think they're going to find their way to the playoff. Now, it's very rare we talk about back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners. It's only happened one time ever in college football. That would be Archie Griffin doing that at the Ohio State. Will Caleb Williams go back-to-back as a Heisman Trophy winner? What do you think? Weigh in the comments section. Tell me what you think. Y for yes, in for no. Will Caleb Williams go back-to-back as Heisman Trophy winner or not? Weigh in, tell us what you think. Y for yes, in for no. Continuing college football coverage on social media as well. You can follow me at Tyler Jones Live, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. For more, you can find me there. And I'll see you next time right here on College Football Now.